Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or indeed if you are new to the channel, welcome along. My name is Andy, the Uncommentator, and in this video I'll be playing through the story mode on Tekken 4. So we're going to be continuing the little mini-series we've got going on where we're playing through all the Tekken games on the PS1 and PS2. So this is the fifth episode in the series. As I said, Tekken number 4. So nothing really else to explain. Let's get straight on with it. We don't need to watch Hiachi throw some poor jobber into a volcano. What we do need to do is select the story mode.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist.
Right, we'll then need to pick our fights. As you can see here, we've got a much smaller roster than previous games. If you've watched those games, you'll know that. We've also got some Tekken debutants in this game, including Marduk and Steve. We've also got Combat. I forgot about Combat, actually. Anywho, let's pick the character, and we're going to pick a debutant, because we're going to select Christy. Okay, we're going to select Eddie, because I pressed triangle. Fair enough. So I was going to say, actually, Christy is basically a female version of Eddie. So I totally forgot about that. That genuinely has come as a shock to me. That shows how underprepared I am. I didn't realise if you pressed... I pressed triangle to select Christy then, and we ended up with Eddie. So I didn't realise that happened. Anywho, as I said, Christy would have been basically a female Eddie. She's got, I should say, exactly the same... or should I say they've got? I've got exactly the same moveset as each other, so it doesn't really matter which one you select. They're both identical. One's not better than the other. You just... yeah, doesn't matter. As I said, they both do the same thing. So that's good. And what's also good is knocking out Julie pretty quick. So as I said, this is the fifth video in the series. All the way through the series, I've been sort of trying to track and work out when features appeared and disappeared that you're able to do in this game. This is the first game, I think, where you can move before the fight starts, which is good to know. So that's a new one. I think also this may be I don't know if this is the first one where you can kip up. I can't remember if we kipped up on Tekken Tag or if you can on that game or not. I think you can on this game. I'm pretty sure it didn't come in on number 5. But I may be wrong on that one. Been wrong before. An overhanded palm strike to finish it off. I used to play as Eddie all the time, but then I stopped, basically. I think the reason for that is I just find him a bit... I'm going to say this, then you'll probably think, well, what did you pick him for then? But I just kind of find him a bit... Well, I suppose all the characters are repetitive, but he is repetitive. I just find it quite... It just really does become more button bashy, for want of a better way of putting it. Because he can't really do anything... He can't really do any punch... Well, he can do punches, but not very good, basically. Having said that, the Steve character I was talking about in the introduction, I don't think he can do kicks. I think he only does punches. He's supposed to be a boxer. So, yeah. So, speaking of repetitive, I think this is the first game where the sort of scenery is a tiny bit interactive. I say tiny bit. It's not like you can sort of grab something and you know, just pick up, like I could pick up a... I don't know. I would just say pick up a leaf, but I'm not sure how much damage that would do. You know, pick up a pebble out of the or a rock out of the water and grab him with it. Hit him with it. I don't really see the water there, but you get the idea. I think as well it's where you can I say interactive scenery. I think you can sort of pin the character against the wall and keep like hitting them against it. Looks like he's been in a fight with Mike Tyson, isn't he, Marduk? I've just noticed that before. Ooh, in a little fight club. What's the first rule of fighting Marduk? Don't talk about fighting Marduk. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, if you look at that, the guy there in the crowd, I'm going to call it a crowd, ended up getting knocked over. So I do like these kind of interactive scenes. We've gone from named places like Fiji and one or two others to just random sort sort of generic place, and now we're getting these sort of more interactive spaces to fight in. So I do like that feature about this game. I've said that of all the Tekken games, I think this is probably my least favourite. Even worse than number 1. I think the problem with Tekken 1 is obviously the games that came after are a lot more. They're just more advanced, they're just more slicker and smoother. Well, bit dull, but it got the job done. Yeah, I don't know why. I remember when I first got this game, I just couldn't quite get into it. I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, the arcade mode's exactly the same, even though we've got that little sort of story beat at the beginning, which we didn't watch because there's no real need to watch it. Doesn't affect anything. It does add a little twist. I say twist. It adds a little wrinkle. I suppose that's a better way of putting it to the game, rather than just literally, oh, we're just going to beat 10 people up. I mean, it's supposed to win a fighting tournament, isn't it? So I suppose if that's all your wrinkle, then it doesn't really need the story beats. But yeah, I do like these interactive arenas. I do like these interactive arenas. If you can call them interactive, like the splashes of the water splashing up it, etc., or sort of moving around. Well, this Lee or Steve? That's Lee. So Lee can kick. I was going to say this. We're going to just face punching dude here, but no, Lee can kick, I believe. It's like knocking down the stairs, so we can have sort of a height advantage. That's what I was trying to do there. So I kept doing the same move over and over again. There we go. Knock him off the fontaine and celebrate. On to Ling Xiaoyu. Oh, I can't remember this arena with the smoke or the steam, dry ice, whatever it's supposed to be. I'm not quite sure. Now I remember saying in my that was annoying. I've said this in a few videos now about what my initially what I thought about doing, and I kind of wish I'd have done now, but I've started, so I'll finish. I thought about. She is kicking my butt here. I thought about being the same character in all the Tekken games, and the reason why I wasn't was because of Ling Xiaoyu, because I wanted to be her at some point, and she's not on Tekken 1 or 2, so I couldn't be her all the way. If she was in all the games, I would have been her in every one and just gone through with her. But because I wanted to be her, I then couldn't be the same character for all the games. But I suppose in hindsight, what I could have done is pick being the same person in all the games, and then just pick Ling Xiaoyu as the tag partner in Tekken Tag Tournament. So a bit of a spoiler if you haven't watched that video yet. I don't pick Ling Xiaoyu for that run, but of course you've watched that. Video. You're all avid viewers. Well, the way I'm expanding the global market that I'm getting in, maybe not. Maybe not all avid viewers, because I'm getting so many new ones that there'll be people new to the party all the time. Anywho, whether you're a long-term viewer or not, all is welcome. No introductory offers to this channel. You all get the same stuff. You all get the same nonsense. You all get me talking the same rubbish. You all get Cowboy King with his wig on. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. He's stop doing that single leg crab or Canadian maple leaf if you have a certain vintage, because for some annoying reason, I don't know why it does it. Every time I let go of the hole, I'm on the right hand side of the screen, and with Eddie I prefer to fight left to right rather than right to left. Sorry, King. Ooh, that was annoying. There we go. We'll do a rare punch for this video. Yeah, I just find it easy to fight left to right. But the thing with that silly maple leaf thing is, crab, whatever we're calling it. Ooh, that was fun. I've seen that one before. The thing with that silly crab thing is, it doesn't matter which side of the screen I'm on when I apply it. I end up on the right hand side, which is a little bit irritating. You'd think if you play it on the left, you end up on the right. Then if you applied it on the right, you'd end up on the left. But does no seem to work like that. Anywho, it was light work of King. So we're on to Kazuya. So I think it must only be 8 stages this one. Can't say I'm sorry about that.
Round 1. Fight.
I'm not sure why you'd move before the before the start. It doesn't really benefit you in any way. Rare knee. Let's go and do that random jump kick I did again. Does it appear so? Ooh. More fists of fire. Yeah, I think Kazuya's the semi-final battle, so it must be Heihachi next. I think it's Heihachi the boss battle for this one. Which I can't remember. Which is worrying. So that means I've done the maple leaf, I've gone to the right side of the screen, done it again, and still stayed on the right side of the screen. On the right side of the screen. I just don't want to do that, really. Ooh, that was a stiff headbutt. A Glasgow kiss, you could call it. Hello to all my Scottish viewers, all three of you. Right, we'll spam the low kick here, to see if we can get this done. One more. There we go. We only need one more. Apologies for that, but just wanted to get that fight out of the way, so we didn't have to go to a rubber match, which I could potentially have lost. And yes, for the second Tekken game in the series, Heihachi is the boss battle. So he's the King of Iron Fist tournament, as this announcer dude is saying. He gets a nice grand entrance in his sumo outfit. Not quite sure why he's wearing that. He doesn't really have the build of a sumo wrestler. I'm also not quite sure. I'm not quite sure we get that camera angle, but hey ho, we do. Well, we're seeing what you've got, Heihachi. Unfortunately, we're seeing a little bit too much, I think. All we hooty then. Let's go. So Heihachi in a cage, in an octagon. My plan wasn't to spam that move, but it seemed to work. Why do you do that silly kick? Okay, get my eye. But ooh, this is something I shouldn't then. Getting my bottom spanked. Well, not anymore. I'm not. Spamming that jump kick thing I did at the beginning seemed to work. How can you fight in those shoes? Look at them. They look like they've got two blocks on them. How is he fighting in those shoes? No one have just beaten him. I mean, I've got sort of dress shoes on, but I need to remember that. He's only got one grab move, which is really irritating. Well, we'll spam a different kick this time. Spamming the other kick worked the first time. We'll spam this one now. Go back to that though to finish him off. That was a little bit dull, but I do apologise for that. But job done anyway. If you had more grab moves and more variation, I'd do more variation, but he doesn't. Look at those shoes. How is he fighting those shoes? How has he not been beaten sooner? So Eddie wins, but we get Christie's video apparently. So that was a bit random. Unless it's Eddie's video, but it can't be, can it? Because it's saying congratulations, Christie. I have no idea. Continuity problems with Tekken 4. Pretty yeah, a bit random that anyway. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but we got through the story mode. So we'll just wait for this video to finish. Not sure there's anything. Oh, there's Eddie in the crowd. Yeah, so we went through with Eddie, but we get Christie's video. So poor planning ahead there, Tekken. I'm not sure if Eddie's an unlockable character. I'm assuming he is. I really can't remember much about this game. I just remember not thinking it was very good at the time I got it. That's about it. Is that it? Fade to white? Seems to be it, yes. So that looks like it's the end of that one. So I think all that's left to do now is to sign off. And we've got one more episode left in the series. You'll be delighted to know. Hopefully we'll save the best well last. I guess we'll find out when we get to it. Yeah, so that was Tekken 4 done and dusted. So if you did enjoy this video, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video, should you choose to do that. While you're here on YouTube, if you head over to the channel, The Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist. You'll also find a myriad of other games that I've played through. You can also subscribe to the channel if you want to do that. That would be fabulous. But join me next time. We're going to be moving on to the final episode of this little Tekken series. Been fun, a bit of nostalgia to look back on these. But yes, it's going to be ending on the next video. Shame, I know, everyone's sigh of despair all all at the same time there. But as I said, join me next time. We're moving on to the final Tekken game. Until we get to that point, for now from me, it is sayonara.